Hey Collective, how's it going? Happy Halloween for you guys. I got dressed up because my girls, we went trick-or-treating. So I did have a trip I was supposed to go to today, and I was landed in the airport and I was having to deal with a bunch of the ticket agent people, and they were just giving me the hardest time. So I was just like, I'm out of here. We'll just reschedule the trip another time. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the general collective message. Hey everybody, how's everyone doing? A few channeled messages I received at the beginning. Let's see. One was going into the month of November, okay? We are going to be experiencing some uncomfortable moments, I guess you would say. A lot of tension. However, the overall fight for whatever is hurtling you at this time, or at the time of in November, is definitely worth the fight. Another channel message I got was growth over complacency, which I think is going to be a big thing that a lot of the collective are going to start incorporating. Also, enough of us have been receiving downloads and what is going to be for the next 9 years. You're ultimately setting yourself up for that. So knowing that as well in advance, you're also going to be put to the test to learn a lot of new things in the month of November, as well as just feeling out of your comfort zone. That's going to be a lot. That's going to happen quite a bit. I think it's important, and I think it's also going to be a trial within the month of November to learn how to see the beauty in whatever defeating situation you may be finding yourself in, or anything like that. There's going to be a lot of new energies moving, for sure. Absolutely. And those were the messages that I received today overall. And let's go ahead and see what is going on with the collective. Let's see. What does the collective need to know at this time? We have Pisces energy. This has to do with your psychic and your intuitive abilities. It can also make someone deem very mystique or mysterious. So we have Pisces. What else do we have? Pisces energy in Scorpio season. Happy birthday to all the Scorpios. Okay, we have the first house, which actually lands in Aries. And this is all about yourself, your inner core self, the body, and your presence. So with psychic and intuitive, with Pisces in the first house, I'm getting that there are some sort of alignments that are going on within your body. Perhaps your chakras are aligning. You may be going through some sort of an ascension. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Or this could be somebody having dreamy thoughts about your presence, about wanting to be around you. Then we have Cardinal, which is about initiation, spark, and vision. Okay, so I'm seeing that somebody is picking up intuitive hits about the way someone views you. And this could be in a sense of your aura, your zest, your vibe that you have, just the presence that you own. Or this can be physical appearance. Okay, let's see what else we have. Hey guys, I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, we have opposition. So opposition is resistance, struggle, and polarity. Okay, and we have Pisces and the first house, which is Aries. So there may be a Pisces feminine or a Pisces masculine whom may have also had some sort of awakening about the way that they were viewing themselves. And I feel like there may have been some sort of illusion there. And the fact that this has come to someone's attention, the illusion is no longer there. I mean, once you see something, you can't unsee it. So the illusion, the spell, the whatever, it's broken. In opposition, we have resistance, struggle, polarity. Yes, this was definitely something someone was struggling with when it came to how someone intuitively viewed themselves. And it had to do with some sort of manipulation, some sort of, call it spell casting or spell work, call it evil eye, call it word magic, whatever. That is definitely the sense going on here. Okay, what else do we have for the collective? I feel like there's going to be a lot of people finding their niche when it comes to stability, as well as finally being able to feel grounded in a sense. So being content in whatever environment you may be in, or a new environment that you may be moving into. And as I say that, we have the fourth house, which is family, roots, and foundation. Okay, so, and this is Cancer. So we have 2 water signs out here already. Okay, so there may be some sort of intuitive like nudge that you are getting about the way possibly people in your family may view you, and how this may be a struggle or may cause resistance or adversity within any kind of connection or dynamic, specifically family, very, very close friends, people that you would consider your comfort zone, your go-to. Yeah, at the bottom we have Juno, which is marriage, commitment, and bonds. So this may have something to do with it. there may be a couple that is struggling, or there may be a couple where one of you feels as if there is some struggle when it comes to having a long-term vision of the connection that you're in, and struggling to figure out, how am I going to incorporate new things into my relationship so I can keep it alive, I can keep it going, I can keep the spark just, like a candle lit when it comes to some sort of connection, some sort of commitment. So I see somebody kind of struggling in that kind of sense. I'm gonna pull one more. I don't know if it's gonna resonate or not. Let's see. What else do we have for the collective? Okay, yes. Waxing Gibbous Moon, which is all about nurturing, having patience, and refinement. So there is need for refining a relationship, a commitment, and it doesn't have to be with somebody romantic. It can be with somebody platonic, very much. Yes, at the bottom of the deck we have fire, which can represent dynamic, okay? And with Ceres, there's a need to have self-care when it comes to, like, for instance, and we have fixed here, which represents momentum and dedication and action. So there's some sort of action that needs to be, and then we have Pluto, which talks about regeneration, rebirth, and transformation, along with Gemini, which is multifaceted, balanced, and curious. So there is some sort of rebirth or reawakening that's going on when it comes to a couple dynamic. It could be a couple dynamic, or it can be not romantic, but I'm really pulling towards a couple dynamic with this Juno card representing marriage, commitment, and bonds. So someone struggling with maybe how their partner, with the way that you perceive your partner feels when they're in your presence, and you're getting intuitive nudges about this. You're not going crazy. You're definitely picking up on something. There is some sort of struggle, some sort of resistance within a relationship where it's almost like no one's initiating to add more zest to the relationship, to keep that spark, to keep it creative, to keep it exciting, if you get what I'm saying. And this has to do with some sort of foundation. You could be a Cancer, you could be a Pisces, you could be an Aries, you could be a Gemini, or you could be any kind of fire sign for that matter, because that's what I have here. And with transit, I see there's going to be some sort of change, some sort of new move. So this regeneration, this rebirth, I feel like there's going to be a rebirth within some sort of couple situation or relationship. Thank you guys for the hearts. Y'all are so sweet. And once you guys kind of section off within the same environment, take time out for yourself. and utilize that time to introspect on what it is that is causing these feelings of stagnation or complacency within the dynamic. Figure out what is driving that. And it shouldn't be that hard if you just sit with yourself and you just think back, okay? You have all the answers. And I feel like once this part of the process is going to be you taking care of yourself and you regulating the emotions that are coming in, okay? And that you are processing when it comes to this dynamic. And I see that as you tend to what it is that's triggering this lack of initiation within a dynamic, once you start to work on that, you're going to start picking up momentum. That's literally what this card says. Fixed. It says action, momentum, dedication. You're going to be dedicated. You're going to be like on one to just keep making things positive and feel great within your relationship. And with Pluto, like I said, this is a regeneration, a rebirth, a transformation that's going to be happening for you guys. To find balance, okay? To be more curious, whether it be about your sex life, whether it be about, your spiritual life, or your just going back to where you could just laugh at each other about the craziest things. You're going to find a lot of insight about what it is that was possibly blocking forward momentum, forward motion within this dynamic, and refining it to make it cater to your dynamic, because it needs to be obviously equal on both ends. So that's what I have for that so far with the general energy. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with let me pull a couple tarot just to get the energy. What's going on with the collective at this time? We have the Knight of Wands, which can represent being very excited and full of adrenaline about some sort of adventure, or a really big, deep passion you have for someone or something. Tell me more. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sag. This could possibly resonate with any of you. I see someone is very, very stimulated and just hyped up about first putting together some sort of, or contemplating about some sort of enterprise, some sort of passionate quest, venture, whatever it may be, whether it brings in revenue or not. I see someone being very driven and really honing in and focusing on some sort of pursuit to something greater. And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, this is Aries. I think this is Aries or it's Leo, but this is talking about charisma, leadership, leading by example, okay? Having a lot of fire, taken action. Okay, I see that there may be a fire sign that is going through some sort of really exciting time in their life. And if it's not exciting, it's something that they're extremely passionate about and that they may already be involved in, whether it be some sort of, like I said, enterprise or project, venture, something like that. But this King of Wands is definitely honed in on something. And then at the bottom of the deck we have spiritual guide. So I'm getting that there may be some Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that are really focusing on their spiritual growth and stepping in to this place of leadership to where you can direct and lead and heal with the words that you have to share, okay, and the insight that you have for good use. And that is the truth. Ace of Swords. Okay, tell me more about the collective. It flipped back over, but we have the Four of Wands, which can represent celebration. It can represent stability, being that the Four Wands here represents like the foundation of a home, like a structure. I see two people very happy in some sort of structure environment. Yeah, I see someone is really trying to initiate that spark with something that they find that they are very passionate towards. And I'm seeing that they see whatever that they are very passionate towards, they see that there's a lot of success within whatever it is that has their focus at this time. And it looks like it has something to do with a structure, a home, a foundation, some sort of stability. Yeah, this is possibly Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. This is filling your cup, possibly after some sort of betrayal or suffering within a dynamic. So, okay, I'm getting that possibly that what we were picking up on the astrology cards were the fact that there was a couple that were struggling with finding that spark. And I feel like there is possibly, because so far there's 3 masculines, all fire signs, that is taking an initiative to put in time and effort to become the best that they can be for this passion that they are going towards. And this passion can be a person, or it can be something that you wish for yourself. Like I said, we have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Okay. Tell me more, Spirit. What else do we have for the collective? Okay, Hangman. Yes. So someone is taking things into their own, some fire sign is taking some sort of initiative about a family dynamic or something, and they are either surrendering to it and trying to make it work, or they're going to make a sacrifice. But either way, they are in a, oh, thank you guys. They are in a place of contemplation, introspection, really evaluating, thinking hard about this Four of Wands. Okay, we have the Tower at the end of the deck. The Tower could represent a chaotic ending, or it can represent a sudden change. But either way, there is a new beginning when it comes to the Tower. And then we have the Empress here. So that looks like there may be some sort of ending with a significant other or an Empress, or there may be a new beginning starting or coming about when it comes to an Empress. Tell me more about the collective synergy. What's going on with the collective? What do they need here? Okay, I see that whatever foundation or structure or dynamic or family situation, home environment that you have been pondering about, that you have been taking the initiative, has had you in a depressed and kind of like a limiting, I don't want to say belief, I want to say more of like a pessimistic like attitude towards something. Yeah, there's depression there due to feeling very burdened over a family dynamic, over a relationship, over something that may be, now we have the Chariot, maybe, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this fire man or female who has found clarity on their environment, on their foundation, on their structure, on their stability, on their security, that they have had to put a lot of thought into due to things that ensued in the past that has caused the both of you a lot of depression and a lot of burden. It almost seemed like it was a job when it comes to some sort of family situation. I'm going to keep those. Tell me more. What is going on with this Ten of Cups? Okay. We have the King of Cups. Okay, so this situation may be turning around for the better. Someone may be trying to rejuvenate, rebirth a dynamic or a situation or a family that they're already in. This is representing, I believe, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, where someone is starting to either show more care and concern towards their family and have more empathy towards them. Yeah, at the bottom we have the Lovers. This is definitely a loving dynamic. Tell me more. for the collective. We have the Queen of Cups, okay? Tell me more. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. So you could be the King of Cups, or you could be the King of Wands, and you could be a fire sign, and now you're showing up as the King of Cups. And there's a Queen of Cups, someone who's very intuitive and empathic, who is actually a spiritual guide who may be around you. Okay. Where there must be some sort of feelings or romantic feelings that may have ensued with another person or with this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, before I go any further, I want to see something else. Okay, I see that you may be receiving, just some extra love and support, or you may need that at this time. It's important to be in the present moment, to not get all jumbled in your thoughts and in the what ifs. This is actually being divinely guided. You're being guided to kind of pull yourself to the side of the situation and be in the present moment. And what I see in front of this dog as he heals, I see this Egyptian, which reminds me of gods and goddesses, and this soldier, some sort of warrior. So I see that you have protection and you have people that are working on your behalf. However, I see that you are being ordered or initiated to change, and this may also have to do with your intentions. Now I'm seeing karma here. Some of you guys may be receiving the last bit of the cycle of karma that you may have been going through. Like if you've been going through a lot of challenges, a lot of upheaval, things like that, I see you reaching the end of that. And because you stayed determined throughout your having to pay your dues or whatever for karmic matters or things like that, you are being rewarded with a new beginning. Okay? And this new beginning, what it's going to look like for you is it's going to look like you being in a state of flow with everyone else, not just everyone else, excuse me, I'm sorry, erase that, with the universe and with the vibration that you are vibrating at. I see you being in a lot of joy. This also represents the Sun card, which is illuminating the fact that you are going to be in a flow state, which is, you may not know this because it says the unknowable, but this is going to put you in a balanced situation. Remember at the beginning I was saying something about a balancing act, something about within this system there's going to be some sort of balance, whether it be with chakras or there's going to be some sort of ascension or something like that. But I feel like whatever enterprise or venture that it is that you're very passionate about. I feel like with the Strength card here, you are going to be very satisfied. You're going to find a lot of joy. And I feel like this is going to be coming for you in the month of November. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, it's so cold out here, guys. I am like barely hanging on. How are y'all doing? Okay, let's see. Tell me more. What else is going on with the collective, with this energy? Okay, a lot of you guys are going to be stepping into your value, and see how this person's like laughing, and you see this light around them? They are exuding this very vibrant aura, okay? And I see it being based around their crown. So you might be receiving a lot of really neat ideas, creative things that you might want to do. But with value, I see after whatever hurdle, like I said, in the month of November, there's going to be some situations that are going to be kind of difficult. They're going to sting. But I see you, confirmation. I see you finding your value and realizing your worthiness and how deserving you are for this new beginning that's coming in for you. Yes, at the bottom of the deck, we have elevate. It says trust yourself. This is all about raising your vibration, becoming bigger, better, brighter, more clear, more aware. I see you with defeat. I see you finally escaping this victim mentality, this feeling. And trust me, I totally get it. I've been there a million times where I get into self-pity mode, and I hate it for myself when I get there, and I get even mad because of that. But I see that you are starting to reclaim your power again with the King of Wands. You are initiating yourself to reclaim your value. Tell me more. What have I been saying? Introspection. That's what it says, guys. Introspection. Okay, so I see you. Okay, introspection is about like inner knowing and growing and evolving, and I feel like with this picture interpretation, you're going to be shedding old skin. You're going to be shedding the old for the new. This is being mindful. This is being in the present moment. Where's that card? Being in the present moment, okay? You're receiving support at this time. And you're following your intuition, which is allowing you to cultivate growth, fostering growth. This is continued progress. I don't know how to say this word. Good Lord. So, amalgamate? Maybe you guys might have a better chance at it, but this is all about convergence. and your rightful path, okay? Your purpose, whether it be someone that you're very passionate about that you may feel like, hey, this is my path, or a project or an endeavor or an enterprise. I see with accumulation, you have been reevaluating your responsibilities and what it is that you will accept and what it is that you will not. Because with accumulation, too much, no, we want to back up and stay in balance, if that makes sense. And we have awareness, okay? So I see you guys really, like, this is actually a really cool message. Awareness, this is all about your discernment, your observance, observing things. You may have been in a place of feeling blocked, feeling stagnant, but that is finally lifting, okay? This turbulence, this feeling displaced is lifting from you guys. Yep. Flight, literally, it's lifting off, okay? Effort, movement. This was just popping out to me. It says doubt. So I see you're releasing doubt as well. Submission and low confidence. Which, I mean, you're real if you say that you've experienced that. You know, everybody has. So, okay, let's see what other messages. Y'all, it is so freaking cold out here. You can see my breath. And I'm in the South. Like, it doesn't get cold like this. I just opened the deck. And it says, passion ignited. There's a need to rest and rejuvenate as well. What else does the collective need to know? Yeah, you're being guided by your intuition. Nothing is a coincidence. Any more? And your intuition is guiding you to move on from some sort of lack mindset, from some sort of some sort of stagnation or situation that made you feel like you just couldn't excel, or maybe you felt directionless. Yeah, your intuition moving on from obstacles and challenges. You're finally saying the hell with the shit. You could be a life path 2, a life path 6, or a life path 5. You could have been born in April. So you're moving on from obstacles and challenges, and you are calling your power back. See? Authority. You are calling your power back. Possibly with some sort of partnership or alliance. Tell me more. I can barely feel my fingers, guys. I'm gonna have to go in a second. Yes. because you're calling back your power back, because your intuition, you followed your intuitive nudges, which is what we got in astrology at the beginning. You're moving on from these obstacles and challenges that are in front of you, and you're calling back your power, and you are going to find victory and success. The horn of the angels will be blown, and this is being guided by the universe. Believe it, baby. This is positive movement forward. You're going to be faced with your wishes being fulfilled. A lot of hope for this deceptive and envy energy to be sacrificed, meaning to let it go, not to actually do a ritual sacrifice, but like to just let it go and to have peace with it. And then once that is, well, let's see. Let me pull this deck because I'm seeing something with throat chakra. So something that you may feel like you need to, oh my gosh, throat chakra, and it says open up. Throat chakra is right here. It's all about your communication. It's all about the things that need to be spoken out. And it's saying open up. It's saying that your throat chakra may have been blocked, and it is starting to open up again to where you can speak your truth and you can liberate your damn self, you know? Healing begins. Tell me more. What else is the collective going through? If you believe it, nothing can hold you back. Okay? A lot of sixes coming out. 6, 6, 6, love. This is actually a tarot deck, and this is the Lovers in Tarot. 6. Oh my gosh, look at this synchronicity. Believe and succeed. 6, 66 at the bottom of the deck. 6, healing begins. So I'm getting that if you believe in love and you believe that there's a chance that it could be successful, then the healing has started. You have recognized what it is that has held you back. This feeling alone, feeling helpless and hopeless. But now that you're calling your power back, you're able to nurture yourself. Show me more. Yeah, and escape this victim mentality, okay? You are one who has very strong intuitive abilities. This is a mystic, okay? Revels in intimate union with the divine. It's your time to shine, love. It's your time to shine. It seems like, yep, clarity and flow again. With that, what I'm getting with this is that you finally had, this is the Ace of Swords. You finally see the truth in situations that have possibly revealed some of your darkest fears. And that in itself is healing. As uncomfortable as it may be, it's healing. See? Flow. darkest fears, confronting it. That's the only way. Look, he's going into the unknown. Just like change, we don't know what's going to happen with change. We don't know what's going to happen with the unknown. You know, it can be scary. But the universe, like I said, is begging you to spread your wings at this time and release all that negative BS. All your effort and all your dedication is not going unjust. It is being noticed. It's crazy, the synchronicities. Well deserved. Because of your dedicated effort of not giving up, okay, you have a well-deserved reward. And I feel like this reward is coming in the form of, right here we have new vitality, okay? I feel like it's coming in the form of either your spiritual abundance or your it could be your inner abundance, your confidence abundance. I also see joy and stability coming in for you. And like I said before, we had the leader, okay? The King of Wands, who stepping in a leadership position to lead. It's cold. It is so cold, guys. I'm so gonna... All right, before I let you guys go, oh, stretch. Let me see what else we have for the collective. For the ones who stayed here, I'm so glad y'all stayed, guys. Please make sure you subscribe so you catch my next videos. Identify your emotional triggers. That's what we have. We absorb the emotions of others that remain unhealed in ourselves. Notice your triggers such as anger and fear and gently begin to heal them, which is ultimately self-regulation. Regulating those emotions. Give me another one for the collective. Meditate on the spaciousness of air. When you are stuck, picture yourself in an open, airy space with room to move and breathe. Let yourself feel free and empowered. Let the wind blow in your hair. Another one, last one for the collective. Stop trying to fix people. It is not your job to fix anyone. Allow people the dignity of their own paths. And at the bottom of the deck, we have honor your inner child. Focus on your inner child's needs. Is your inner child afraid or in need of more playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. But not just within you. This is you. Look at this child. If you're a man, imagine a little boy being right here and this being your face. If you're a woman, imagine a little girl and this being a picture of you from whenever you were really, really young. This child wants to be honored and recognized too. Look how precious and innocent this child is just by smelling this flower, by living in the moment, not thinking ahead of time. I think that's a big message to leave everybody with. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, thank you for the gift, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading, and I will be back tomorrow. Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Trick or treat, Halloween. I hope y'all had a blast. I had a good time. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm about to go inside. So, love you guys. I hope y'all have a good one, and y'all stay safe.